with late game execution.
No, ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know what? They need to start giving Kevin Porter Jr. his flowers. The Clippers, they weren't very smart, weren't they? The Clippers traded him to Milwaukee for Marcin Beauchamp. Not to say the Clippers, well, we'll see what happens. The Clippers are playing great themselves, but Kevin Porter Jr. being in the last 3 to 4 games now has been a beast. Tonight, while this game's still going on with 13 seconds left at the time of this video, Kevin Porter has demoralized the Minnesota Timberwolves his own self. He has demoralized Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards, I think it might have been 3 turnovers within 30 seconds, 40 seconds of each other. Anthony Edwards turned the ball, and maybe it could have been a minute. He demoralized Anthony Edwards. The Wolves sent Rudy soft-ass Gobert to the bench in clutch time after he got into it with Kevin Porter Jr. Kevin Porter Jr. has revived his career in Milwaukee. Will they talk about Giannis' 3rd triple-double in a row? Winning? Can somebody answer that question for me? Giannis' 3rd triple-double in a row. Winning. They won. Not losing. Won. Oh. You know what else that the Bucks did this year that the Denver Nuggets didn't do this year? Oh, they beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. Man, they might have beat them 1 game, but the Bucks swept the Minnesota Timberwolves. Anthony Edwards just shot an air ball. The game is over. The game is over. And they do this without Dame. Oh, we need Dame Dollar. We need Dame time. We need Dame time. They don't need Dame time. They play better at Dame time. They just won their 5th game in a row. They don't need Dame time. They don't need him. They don't need him. Kyle Kuzma wasn't even on the court in the last 3 minutes of this game in clutch time. They sent his ass to the bench too. He probably wasn't playing good. And get this fake ass defensive player of the year, Rudy Gobert, out of my face. Defensive player of the year. What defensive player of the year goes to the bench in clutch time? But seriously, let's talk about Giannis getting his 3rd triple-double and a win. Could have been 4 if he would have played against New Orleans on Sunday. But in the last 3 games, he got triple-doubles. And he beat Minnesota, something that the Nuggets haven't done I don't know how long. I think they went 2-6 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Something like that. In the last 8 games, I think it was. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Anthony Edwards screwing up this game towards the end. Let's talk about the Minnesota Timberwolves blowing the lead. Bucks going on a freaking, I think it was like a 16-2 run late in the 4th. Let's talk about that. But they won't talk about that. They won't talk about what Jokic is doing will never be done again. Jamal Murray is ass. Russell Westbrook is a bomb. We know who we're talking about. We ain't gonna say his name. I think he's a plant. I think he's a plant for ESPN. He tried to say I was never the Jokic guy in the first place. No, you the Jokic guy. They paying you under the table, paying you money under the table to talk good about Jokic. That's what they doing. That's what they doing. That's what they doing. They trying to say, oh, somebody's paying me under the table to talk bad about LeBron. Who's doing that? What company is doing that? Who's gonna pay me, little old me, money under the table to talk bad about LeBron? Come on now. But I can believe it if they talk good about Jokic and pay somebody under the table for that. My dog's acting goofy. He wants to play while I make this video. Let's talk about that now. Let's talk about that. Giannis getting that triple double. Bucks get the 5th win in a row. Detroit lost yesterday to the Sacramento Kings. All they got to do is win the last 3 games out. 1 more game against the Pelicans. 2 more against Detroit. Oh, they in the 5th spot. Indiana better watch their freaking asses. Because I don't think this is the same team from last year that you faced. Oh, yeah, it was not the same team from last year you faced. With no Giannis. So, Mr. freaking frontrunner over there, Tyrese Halliburton, better straighten up his lip. Because somebody coming for him. And he ain't playing either. I tell you. And Bucks finally get their act together in these last 3 games. They win the last 3 games out. Someone in trouble. Indiana better start shaking in their boots. And if they beat Indiana, Cleveland, I know Cleveland is the darling right now, but the Bucks keep playing the way they playing. And if Dame Dollar can get his ass in line with the team, what they doing, Cleveland better watch out too. Boston too. New York too. Regular season different from playoffs now. Playoffs? Somebody say playoffs? It's way different. But anyways, I'll catch you guys another time. Get Kevin Porter Jr. his flowers because tonight, especially defensively, he was a beast. He demoralized the whole backcourt of the Minnesota Timberwolves, including Anthony Edwards and Mike Conley Jr.